fighter known.
Tyson will not compete as scheduled on July 20th. The fight will be rescheduled for a later date this year after Mike is able to resume training, without any restrictions, and both fighters can have equal time to prepare for this once-in-a-lifetime matchup. You heard correctly. Tyson's recent ulcer flare-up has limited his ability to train fully for the next few weeks. The most shocking revelation regarding Jake Paul's future has just been made by Netflix. His much-anticipated fight with Mike Tyson went badly, so much so that it is no longer happening. The exclusive details surrounding the entire fiasco have been revealed, and it's crazy to think that there will be significant shakeups, explosive fight cancellations, and some shocking changes for Jake's boxing career going forward. Jake's entire career is on the line, since this was his one and only opportunity to prove himself to everyone, especially the boxing purists who never stopped questioning him. Now, without that fight, there would be no Netflix doc to highlight his story. Let's take a closer look at Jake's professional future. He was already under a lot of pressure, but now it's at an all-time high. Will Jake be able to overcome this setback, or is this his one and only chance to become the best? Netflix wasn't just going to stream the fight. They were the official promoter of the entire event. It was more than simply a fight. It was about Netflix making a big, bold entry into the world of live sports when Mike Tyson and Jake Paul faced off in what was expected to be the first ever live boxing event on the platform. The build-up to the battle was really wild, and tickets were selling like hotcakes. Gone in minutes. People were snapping them up left and right, and let's be real, who wouldn't want to see Jake Paul try to go toe-to-toe with a living legend like Mike Tyson? The excitement was off the charts, fans. Influencers and even celebs were posting about it non-stop. Everyone and their mothers were marking their calendars and counting down the days to this epic showdown. It wasn't just a fight. It was about to be a cultural moment. But then, bam, out of nowhere. Netflix drops the hammer and cancels the fight just like that. The dream match was over. No warnings, no heads up. They just called it quits, leaving fans shocked and confused. So what the heck happened? How did we go from the most anticipated fight of the year to Netflix saying now, we're out? Well, according to some rumors, there were a few factors behind the sudden cancellation. First off, there were serious concerns about safety. Let's be honest, Mike Tyson may be a beast in the ring, but he's not in his prime anymore. He's pushing 60 and even. Though he still looks scar-scary, putting him up against Jake. A guy almost half his age raised a lot of eyebrows. Second, there's a financial component to this behind the scenes. Netflix didn't want to take a chance on anything going wrong in the fight, like a major injury or an all-out disaster in the ring. The last thing they needed was negative publicity if things went too violent or unpredictable. According to reports, Netflix wasn't sure that the numbers would add up. Sure, tickets were flying off the shelves, but there were worries about the global viewership and whether the fight could live up to the enormous expectations. Netflix is known for its astute business decisions. It's hardly surprising that they would end the fight if there was even a remote possibility it wouldn't be the blockbuster smash they were hoping for. At that point, we can't ignore the big picture. Jake Paul's streak of uncertainty. Let's face it, Jake is a man who loves chaos, controversy, and creating drama. Some insiders have speculated that Netflix didn't want to be too closely associated with someone as volatile as Jake, especially given his history of outrageous stunts and controversial moments. The last thing Netflix needed was for anything to spiral out of control while they were watching, as Jake is known to lose his temper. If Jake had backed out of the fight at the last minute, the entire event could have been a major disaster. You have probably heard about the Jake Paul steroid claims, unless you've been living under a rock. Netflix just didn't want to take plus. The athlete has reportedly been working out to get ready for the big fight, and Netflix didn't want to be associated with a cheater for all the right reasons. In an official statement, Netflix simply said, "We regretfully made the decision to cancel the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson event due to unforeseen circumstances that could not be resolved." However, after the fight, Netflix dropped some serious bombshells about Paul's boxing career. And let me tell you, it's looking very uncertain. In a shocking turn of events, the streaming giant revealed that they would be withdrawing from anything Jake-related. This means that in addition to the fight, they are also pulling the plug on the big documentary they were working on to showcase Jake's career journey. Yes, you did indeed hear that. Paul, that infant is accomplishing more than I am with all that fanfare for nothing. It's almost as if people are beginning to believe that Jake had a falling out with Netflix because of this abrupt move. The doc was meant to be a major highlight of Jake's transition from YouTuber to legit boxer, showcasing all the hard work, sweat, and hustle he put into training. But now it feels as though Netflix just closed the door on his boxing aspirations completely. In their statement, Netflix said, "We will not be including Jake Paul in any upcoming projects and we wish him well." It's all very formal and polite. But let's be honest, the message is clear. The fight blowing up in smoke puts Jake's credibility in boxing under serious jeopardy. He may find it difficult to find opponents willing to enter the ring with him. This is a nightmare scenario for a fighter whose entire persona depends on being a well-known contender, and the difficulties don't end there. Finding a rival as good as Mike Tyson is practically impossible. Jake was fortunate enough to challenge the living legend Tyson, but Mike only agreed to fight because Netflix was involved. Now that the streaming service is available, it begs the question of why anyone would want to enter the ring with Jake. As while he may be entertaining, the man lacks the respect that comes with taking on a legendary fighter like Tyson. Instead of laments over the canceled Tyson bout, Jake was already on to the next thing, no waiting around, no time lost. He went ahead and challenged Conor McGregor to an epic boxing battle under his own boxing promotion, Most Valued. $50 million for McGregor to lace up his gloves and step into the ring with Jake. Now that's a lot of money, even in the boxing world, sure. Conor's got money already, but a payday. Like that, it's got to be tempting even for him. But let's talk about what the fans are saying. Some of Jake's loyal supporters are starting to question his loyalty. Is Jake just switching up opponents like he's flipping through tracks on a playlist? It sure feels that way. But let's be honest, we've seen Jake do this kind of thing before. Remember when Jake was supposed to fight Mike Tyson on July 20th but had to back out because of an ulcer flare-up? Yeah, that was a big bummer. But instead of letting that setback get to him, Jake made a quick switch and replace Tyson with Mike Perry. Now, Jake did pick up a 6th-round KO win in that fight, but let's not act like it meant much. Mike Perry isn't Mike Tyson. Not even close. That fight was almost too easy for Jake. Fans knew it. Jake knew it, and let's be real. Even Perry knew it. It was filler fight, plain and simple. Sure, Jake got his win, but did it prove anything? Not really. Everyone was still left wondering, could Jake really handle someone like Tyson? That's a question we never got the answer to. And now with Conor McGregor potentially in the picture, it's starting to feel like deja vu. All over again. Is McGregor even on the same level as Tyson? Let's disassemble it. Undoubtedly a beast in the cage, Conor McGregor has created a reputation for himself with his deadly left hand and fierce trash talk. Yet, here's the real deal. Though McGregor battled Floyd Mayweather back in 2017, he is not a boxer. We all seen how that turned out. Compare that to Mike Tyson, the greatest boxing legend on the globe. His talents just do not transfer the same way anymore. Mayweather fooled with him for 10 rounds and then killed him off boxing. Though at his age, the concept of confronting Tyson in the ring is daunting. For most fighters, the guy is a force of nature, and his boxing IQ is off the charts. Tyson's power, speed, and intensity in the ring are on another level. Yes, Jake's trying to keep his momentum going by switching gears and calling out Conor McGregor, but fans aren't exactly buying it. Tyson is one such opponent. If Jake wants to earn real respect in the box world, he needs to face a legit boxer or someone with the same level of credibility as Tyson. So there. You go, fight world. That's all I have for you today. What are your thoughts on Netflix's bombshell news? Fill in the comment section with your thoughts. Don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to the channel for more boxing news. See you in the next video.